times I've ever experienced being asked to remove my headwear have been while working as a TV movie extra background performer, and when getting ID photos taken. I have personally never experienced being asked to remove my headwear thus far at any restaurants, clubs, or people's houses, etc. I rarely eat out. If I do, it's usually because of a special occasion, like a friend's birthday party, for example. I'm that guy who will wear winter type headwear in the summertime, which isn't really that much more heat producing than a thick head of hair. When I work outside in the wintertime, and it's really cold, a single winter type piece of headwear wouldn't cut it. I have to wear multiple layers of headwear, including hoods, to stay warm. If I'm working outside in the wintertime, when wearing my single winter type piece of headwear in the summertime, I'll often get asked the question, "Aren't you hot with that on?" To which I reply that, "No, I'm fine." In my head I think to myself, I'm a big boy. You don't need to worry about my temperature regulation. High schools are notorious for not allowing students to wear headwear. Fortunately, most high school students have a full head of hair, which included myself. At the high school I attended, there was one grade 12 student who wasn't so lucky. He already had male pattern baldness. My guess would be that he was around a Norwood 5. I'm curious if my high school would have allowed him to wear headwear. A few years ago, I was summoned to appear for jury duty. I didn't want to do it, so I requested an exemption. The reasons I listed were: 1. Even though they would be paying me to be a juror, I would still end up losing money as a result of missing work, because I don't get paid for days that I don't work. 2. I'm not comfortable with public speaking. And 3. I have trouble paying attention sometimes, because I get distracted by my thoughts. My request for exemption was granted. I'm sure that the court would have asked me to remove my headwear. Speaking of being distracted by my thoughts, here's a funny story that happened at a vegan potluck I attended years ago. I had long hair at the time, combined with my headwear, so the hippie look was achieved, which is what I'm going for again now. After all these years, a girl at the vegan potluck sitting next to me asked how I became vegan. So I started to explain the story by saying that my mom was reading this book. And then I thought to myself, what if I were to just freeze up right now? So I psyched myself out and stopped being able to continue talking. After that first sentence, watching myself live in real time, as the awkward situation was unfolding before my very eyes, but still unable to speak and give her the normal conversation she was expecting. So she said something like, "Oh, that's interesting," pretending like nothing weird just happened, and then started talking to someone else. It's quite hilarious. Upon reflection, definitely my kind of humor. To all those people who treat someone wearing headwear no differently than someone who isn't wearing headwear, thank you. If society follows your example, then we will get to enjoy living in a world where headwear intolerance will finally be abolished. Thanks for watching. Until the next video.